Today's guest is one of the biggest DJs on social media right now. Millions watching, real radio experience, real crowds. And honestly, one of the most humble people I've met. DJ Precise, welcome to In the Mix.
Man, thank you for having me, bro. Finally did it.
Yes,
Made it
sir.
happen.
So let's get straight to the point, bro. When did DJing become serious for you?
Serious for me, I've been DJing my whole life. I'm 33 now, which, by the way, guys, if I look a little tired, we had quite a night last night celebrating Regulator's birthday.
We're both on the same page.
just a little disclaimer. But I'm 33. I've been DJing since I was 12. And I got serious with it probably right after high school because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like career-wise, I didn't know what the next thing was for me in my personal life. And I decided to pursue DJing like as a profession. So it was really after high school for me. That's when I really started getting serious with it.
What were you focused on earlier? Skill, exposure, radio, branding, nightclubs?
Like when around that time, what was I focusing on?
What was your go-to?
Around that time, I didn't really know what direction to go in. So I was just trying every and anything. For me, I always wanted to be on the radio. So growing up in LA, I used to listen to Power 106, the hip hop station out there.
Yes, sir.
So I used to work on my skills because I knew every time I listened to them, all the DJs were super on point. You know, they were able to showcase a lot of their, technical skills on the air. Yeah. So I knew if I ever wanted to be on a radio station like that, I had to, be able to scratch. I had to learn how to scratch and to be able to mix like they mixed. And so yeah, I was definitely focused more so on the skills at that point. I didn't really. I didn't have any mentors or anything really at that point. So I just thought, if my skills were up to par, it would get me through,
Yes,
to the radio and other places. So.
Any DJs you looked up to during that time?
During that time, all the Power 106 DJs. So those were my biggest influences, all the DJs that were on the radio at the time. My favorite DJ was DJ Felly Fell.
Yeah.
Which I know a lot of people are familiar with because he produced some pretty big songs, especially in the 2000s. Club songs, yeah. So for me, he was probably one of my favorite DJs growing up because he did it all. And eventually I got to work with him and to be at the radio station with him and be on the air with him. It was really cool to have a front row seat to see, He did a lot. He was an on-air host. He was he had his own mix show. He would DJ, and then obviously he rocked clubs and produced some pretty big hits. So to me, that was pretty inspiring for me. And then that guy right there, actually, my cousin,
got you into it.
Yeah, he's the one that actually taught me how to DJ. So he was a big influence to me, and he was really good. Back in the day. So. Yeah, I used to try to be like him. Shout out to my cousin DJ Mike C in the building with me.
That's dope, bro. So how was the transition from radio DJ to social media, in your case, TikTok?
Yeah, that transition came, around 2020 during the pandemic.
Okay.
I was active on social media prior to that. I never had a TikTok account. But I used my social media to, mainly Instagram at the time in the 2010s to promote my gigs and stuff or showcase kind of the things that I was doing at the radio station. But it wasn't until the world shut down during the COVID times. Sure. And that's when I started exploring posting content on TikTok. At the time, everyone was kind of at home and people were trying to find ways to stay relevant and to stay, people were trying to figure out what to do and find things to do. And people had put it in my ear to start posting content. I have a younger sister. I have two younger siblings, but my youngest sister, she was active on TikTok, and she was like, oh, you need to get a TikTok account. You need to try posting something. I also had a friend, DJ Christo, who told me the same thing. Mm-hmm. So a few people were kind of putting it in my ear, and during the pandemic, I was like, you know what? I was like, screw it. Let's set up the camera and post something. I didn't know what I was doing, and at the time, there really wasn't any DJ presence on that platform. So I didn't really have anybody to like. I don't know. There was no roadmap, I guess.
Correct. Yeah, I remember during like live streaming, everybody started on Instagram, but they were taking down all the live streams because of copyright.
Right.
And next thing you know, TikTok is allowing all the music. So
yeah.
I think a lot of DJs started transitioning to TikTok.
Yeah, I did one of those Instagram streams too. And yeah, like you said, everyone was getting kicked off for the copyright stuff. And for me, I wasn't too big on the streaming, on the Instagram streaming thing. But the TikTok, I did give it a shot. And my first video probably didn't do well, but one of my first ones took off. And immediately I kind of knew, I was like, oh, I think I have something here. But it was just a piece of content I filmed in the bedroom, just me DJing. I did a quick, what was it? It was a quick mix of a lot of hip hop tracks. I think it was like some top twerk video or top twerk songs.
And you always been good at those power mixes, bro. Yeah. Even from, I'll go to LA and listen to your sets on Power 106, and
oh, thank you, bro.
I'm like, shoot, like it's so much energy in such a short time of period, But go ahead.
Yeah. So that's what that was. It was just a quick mix, top 10, top 9 songs that I could fit within a 1-minute video of just like hip hop, high energy, like twerk music. It was like, throwback, Yin Yang Twins, Lil Jon with some new stuff. And the video took off. And I remember after I posted that first video, just my notifications, my phone was like blowing up. It was insane. I had never seen anything. I never experienced anything like that where just like every time I put refresh on the TikTok notifications, it was like plus 99, and it was like a bunch of people following me. Every time I could refresh every second, and it was like 100 new followers, 100 new followers, 100 new followers. And at that point, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I think I have something here. So at that point, that's where it all started. Yeah.
What do you say? There's a strategy to go viral on TikTok?
Oh, the strategy.
Just do what you like. And
Yeah. It's gotten a little tougher. Now that we're in 2026, I feel like every year that's gone by, it's gotten a little tougher. Maybe because more people have entered the space. Maybe because they changed the algorithm a little bit. Maybe they've gotten a little tighter with music. But what was the question you asked? Sorry,
if there's
my
any
mind's
strategy.
a little fuzzy. My mind's a little fuzzy
No,
still.
you're good.
Oh, the strategy for going viral. Yeah. I need some water.
You're good. Yeah, I kind of want to get your input on what you say. There's a strategy behind your work on TikTok. Are you fully planning all those videos, or you're just going with what you feel like might work?
Yeah, I would say in the beginning, it was a lot of trial and error. It was just trying every and anything and seeing kind of what performed well, what didn't perform well. Nowadays, I still do that, but I definitely try to pay attention to trends, what's trending on the apps, what's trending in music, try to focus my videos around that. And at the end of the day, the viewers dictate kind of what kind of content I make based off of the performance of the video. So I can make a handful of videos, and if I notice one tends to pop off a little bit more, my next batch of videos will probably be something similar to that. So just being mindful of current trends, what's popular, current events, whatever it may be. Like for example, the Super Bowl just passed a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right now, everything Bad Bunny is pretty hot. Yeah, all his songs are top of the charts and trending on social media. So my next batch of videos probably focused on Bad Bunny themes, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But that's kind of where my head's at when it goes to curating the type of content I'm going to make.
What's your schedule like when you create content, let's say for a week? Are you shooting all in one day?
Dang, you want the secrets, bro?
I mean, whatever you can share with
I'm
us.
just playing. There's no crazy secrets. Because I have a setup in the backyard.
Yeah.
It's not fun setting it up every day. So I try to record a handful of videos all at once and then roll them out throughout the week. I don't want to record too many because you want to stay kind of fresh and relevant with your content. If you record too many, something trending may happen and you're gonna be a couple weeks behind with the content. So I'll probably do a batch of content at the top of the week and then roll them out throughout the week. And then when the next Monday or Tuesday rolls around, do a whole fresh new batch of content. But that's usually kind of how I go about it. But if there's something urgent or I feel like a video needs to get done immediately, then I will set up just that day and record one video and try to roll it out same day. But to be the most efficient, I usually will do a batch of videos in one round and then roll them out throughout the week. And
your setup is a vibe. It always was like it's summer, like it's,
oh yeah,
I'm like shit, like every video is like already, you know.
Yeah, it's not all fun and games though. Because let me tell you something. Outside, you deal with weather conditions, bro. It's like, is it gonna rain today? Is it not gonna rain today? It's like start sprinkling on me while I'm setting up. Crazy winds. During the summer, it gets hot. Laptop starts overheating. You got the neighbors peeking over, like, what's going on over there?
Would you say that helps the tension? Like you're keeping the same place, every video is from the same place compared to someone that's, going all over their city, like recording content everywhere, whether it's at a club, at a venue, at a nice view.
Yeah, that's a good question because I haven't really, experimented different setups. So I don't know. I think about that sometimes. Like maybe I'll try a different setup, but then I'm like, this has always worked for me. So I don't know if I should. So I don't know. I don't know if my setup plays a part in the success of the channels, or that I could replicate that indoors or in a studio or something. I'm not sure. For me, it's worked, and I'm like, well, if it's
keeping it that way.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
so
everybody knows that's precise right there before they even
yeah,
play.
yeah. It's funny. People have gotten to know my setup. Like I've been approached or recognized and like, you're that guy with that DJs by the pool. I'm like, oh yeah, that's me.
That's funny.
So I guess it's part of the brand now.
Let's take it to the DJ booth, bro. What's a record that always works?
A record that always works. Dang. That's a good question. I would say a record that always works. I mean, you could always play the 2000s. I mean, in an open format club or room, like you can always play those 2000s hip hop, the Get Lows, This Is How We Do It. People still react like they just came out. If I'm playing where in a situation where maybe it's a younger crowd, a lot of the 2010s throwback songs, some of them go off, more than current music.
How do you feel about that? I've been, having this talk with a lot of DJs lately where there's not a lot of club hits in the last 4 years besides maybe like a Kendrick, which wasn't made for the club.
Right.
It's more of a rap song.
Yeah. And I love Drake, so it hurts me. It hurts me to, play those Kendrick. No, I love Kendrick too. But I'm like, damn. Music's been in an interesting place. And I felt it not just in the club, but, making content too. I feel like a lot of people, everyone's kind of, attention is spread out right now. And not everyone's kind of on the same, listening to the same songs. Certain genres like hip hop has gotten a little more difficult to play in primetime hours at a club, unless you're playing at certain spots. But again, the type of rooms I'm playing at, open format clubs, it can be a little challenging. But yeah, I mean, I have fun. Whenever I play set, and I start to get into some 2010s throwbacks, and a lot of them, like I said, pop off. I'll kind of ride that wave. But yeah, everyone's listening to different things right now, and music is so diverse, and me personally, I'm experiencing, as a listener, the same thing. Like my top streamed artists on Spotify. You get the Wrapped,
Yeah.
and it tells you your most streamed songs and artists. For me, it's been Shabuzi, the country singer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think the past 2 years too. But like
I
everything,
respect that.
yeah, I love Shabuzi.
Yeah, no, he has some dope shit.
Yeah. But like, we've seen the rise of K-pop. I mean, K-pop's been big, but like, last year and the past few years, you have artists like BTS and Blackpink, and the K-pop Demon Hunters was like the biggest thing last year. Yeah. So like everyone's just listening to different things. I try to incorporate as much of that into my sets as possible, but not everything hits. And you just gotta.
What's your favorite city to play at?
I think that's pretty easy right now. That's Las Vegas.
How are you planning that? Say, is it fully open format or?
I play open format rooms. So yeah, when I play there, there's maybe some of them are a little bit more hip hop driven.
Okay.
But still, I'm able to get into a little bit of everything when I do my set. But I'm still relatively new to playing in Vegas. Last year, I got to play there quite a bit, but in years prior, it was really just here and there. It wasn't consistent. So I mean, my approach, in an open format Vegas room, just high energy, obviously. I feel like in Vegas, they're a little bit more forgiving, your crowd there, in terms of everyone's there to party. Everyone's there to really like.
They're not stuck up.
Yeah. You go to certain places, or you go to you DJ at a local spot. It might be a little bit of a tougher crowd, but over there, the energy is always like, no matter what time of the year, what day of the week, people are there to party. So, I hit them with a mix of everything, some EDM, some house, some hip hop. But just try to keep the energy up. And that's
right. What do you say the LA crowd is too, wouldn't say cocky, but, too much bottle service, just, showing off their money and stuff compared to the Vegas crowd? Or what's so different about the energy in between those two cities?
Yeah, there definitely is a little bit of like a bougie aspect to DJing, or to the LA clubs a little bit. I don't DJ in LA as much. I think, man, after the pandemic, the nightlife kind of shifted a little bit in LA. So I'm not in the clubs as frequently. In LA. So, but yeah, generally speaking, it is a different vibe. It's usually a little bit more of a chill, like less dance. There's not a lot of dance floors to begin with. Yeah. A lot of tables and couches and bottle service. So it's a little bit of a different vibe, that's for sure. But I love LA, and that's home for me. So yeah.
All right. Quick questions with Regulator. Quick segment about short rapid fire questions. Straight to the point. Light crowd or camera crowd?
Light crowd or camera crowd?
Yeah. So let's say TikTok or
nightclub. Oh, I see what you're saying. Probably camera. The camera crowd. Yeah.
10 million views or 10 sold out nights?
I'll go with 10 million views.
Radio set or festival set?
If you would have asked me 10 years ago, I would say radio, but now festival set, yeah.
Trending sound or original idea?
Trending sound or original EDM?
Idea.
Oh, original idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably original idea.
DJ first or creator first?
DJ first or creator? Probably Creator first. my mind's a little fuzzy, so I don't.
Pre-game or no pre-game?
Pre-game.
Hip hop or EDM?
Ooh, hip hop.
John Summit or Mal P?
John Summit.
After party or straight home after your gig?
Ooh. I would say I usually go straight home, but I do love me an after party. So
Planning your set or reading the room?
reading the room, maybe a little bit of both, but reading the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Playing what you love or what works?
What works?
DJ
Otherwise, I'd be playing Shabuzi all night.
for the future, DJ at EDC or DJ at Coachella?
EDC or Coachella? I would say EDC.
Music producer or DJ?
I guess DJ because I don't really produce, but producing is probably a little bit more important. So that's not a rapid fire response, but
DJ Precise in one word.
wow, one word, dang. That is a good question. Precise, bro. Precise.
That's the word.
I am precise.
It's tight. It's tight. So when you're doing those sets, those club sets, are you building for DJs or listeners? I'm asking this question because I have times where I'm DJing at the club. There's obviously DJs at the club sometimes, you know, and I've been told like, hey, there's times where you have to DJ for the DJs because that's like kind of work for the crowd also. You get what I'm saying? But also the way I see it is I DJ for the ladies. I want to play songs that the ladies like because then obviously if the ladies are having fun, the guys are going to have fun or they're going to be there, you know?
Right, right.
So what would you say is your go-to when you're looking at the crowd? Who are you DJing for?
When I'm looking at the crowd, I'm DJing for everybody. Obviously, the ladies are very important because once the ladies are dancing, you know, usually everyone else follows. And I don't know if there's one specific thing I'm looking for when I'm playing for a crowd. But yeah, I mean, whoever's there that night, just trying to get everyone involved, trying to get, you know, the people that maybe are not feeling the music and, you know, so trying to read that and switch up. And the ladies definitely are important though. So yeah, I think that's a good one.
So let's talk about your record with John Hart. How did that happen?
Well, John has been a friend of mine for over 10 years. We met at some point when I was DJing at Power 106. He had the song "Who Booty Is It?"
Yeah.
It was a big song at the time. I got to know him through the radio, through mutual friends, and a couple years ago we decided to put something out. It was a learning experience for me, that's for sure. I've never produced a song before or had anything to do with music production, so I learned a lot from that, and definitely will apply that to my next song, all the lessons I learned. But yeah, I mean, that's how it came about. Just that mutual friendship, deciding to try something new. It was a different sound for him. It was a first time I ever put something out for me. And yeah.
It's a dope track, bro.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Would you say you don't need to be a producer to be successful as a DJ?
If you want to reach it depends what your goal is. I think if you want to be a top dog in this industry, you have to produce. So I think it's essential to get to a certain level. You absolutely have to produce, have your own music, evolve, and become an artist. But it depends what your goal is. Like I said, if your goal is just to DJ nightclubs, you don't have to produce. You can just take. DJing will take you to a certain point, but if you really want to get to the highest level possible as a DJ, you absolutely need to have your own music.
Yeah. Back to the TikTok. What would you tell a DJ that's stuck at 10K viewers, for example?
Yeah. What would I tell someone that's stuck at 10K? Well, I would say if your content is not hitting, try experimenting different things. Switch it up. At a certain point, you have to realize if something's not working. You can't do the same thing over and over and over again and expect different results. So if you're kind of stuck on making content a certain way or a certain type of content and it's not really progressing the way you'd like, you try something new, try to switch it up, and and just see what sticks. After a certain point, I'm sure you'll start seeing, your content to. It may start performing better, and just pay attention to what's working, and your next 10 videos, if one of them tends to do well, start to lean into that and kind of go in that direction, and that's probably what I would say.
What do you say TikTok has changed what works at the clubs, music-wise?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. TikTok has been a powerhouse with just kind of man, just the way people consume music, discover music. TikTok has definitely been very important to the music industry just as a whole. So yeah, what's relevant on TikTok usually tends to translate into the clubs a little bit, depending on what you're playing. And it's not always the case. Sometimes there's songs that get popular on TikTok that don't necessarily work in a nightclub environment. But for the most part, yeah, it's very influential nowadays, and it's been a very powerful platform, not just with new music, but reviving old hits. There's been so many throwback songs that people are just discovering that have gained new life because of TikTok. But yeah, definitely. Whatever's trending, you definitely have to pay attention to on all platforms, not just TikTok. Every social media app is competing for, they're all doing short form content these days.
Yeah.
And, whatever's trending on YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels, like sometimes that definitely will
For
work.
someone who doesn't know, you make it on TikTok. What's next? Are you just still building content and it doesn't get you gigs, or would you say it has helped you get outside gigs? It has helped you connect with other DJs or artists. Mm-hmm. What comes after?
What comes after? That's a great question. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, to touch back on the topic we talked about earlier, the production, that's definitely something I should explore more and put out. I definitely need to put out some music. I need to get like you, bro. Your songs are sounding good.
Appreciate that.
We were playing them last night in the club.
Yeah.
That was going off.
But
yeah, I need to probably get into producing a little bit more. That would probably be the next logical step. But for now, still riding the wave of the whole social media. I do a lot of things. I mean, aside from all the content I do, obviously I do nightclubs. Yeah. And then I still do radio, not LA radio, but I'm on Sirius XM.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think I'm on the air right now.
yeah, I remember you telling me it was Saturdays at I think 1 o'clock?
At noon.
Noon,
yeah.
Noon. How you like that?
I've been doing it for a long time. I like it. It's a different vibe than LA radio. I do it all from the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do that. I also work with Heavy Hits Record Pool. I do edits, remixes. I curate some of the playlists for the website. So yeah, I work for the Record Pool. I do radio. I do the content. I've experimented with the music production. Definitely need to do some more of that. And then the nightclubs and the random events I do. So
how about Scam Artist? How's that going?
It's good. I'm repping the Scam Artist, the Scam team right now.
How did that happen, bro? Would you say it was one of your goals? It just happened out of nowhere?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of DJs, Definitely aspire to be part of the Scam Artist team. For me personally, being a fan of the radio station Power 106, a lot of those DJs were Scam Artist DJs. So it was always something that I wanted to be a part of at some point. And Sujit from Scam Artists, him and I have known each other for maybe like 10 years, maybe even longer. But we've known each other for a long time. And around right before the pandemic in 2019, we had a conversation about working together, and we've been working together ever since. So about 6 years, 7 years.
That's tight.
Yeah, and it's great. It's great. Sujit is a beast, man. Sujit is literally the best at what he does, and having a booking agency has been a blessing, man. The team is awesome. We have a awesome roster. Everyone gets along. Everyone tries to help each other, and we throw some pretty cool events like Scam Summer. I don't know if you've been. Did you go to Scam Summer?
Yeah. I went for like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely a good networking event and a lot of fun.
Yeah, and every year it gets bigger and better.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
I'll be there.
Yeah, it's coming
for sure.
Coming up in August, and it's not just for Scam Artist DJs or DJs. Anyone in the industry can come be a part of it. It's a 2-day thing in LA. People from all over, not just the country but the world, fly in for that. You have a bunch of radio people, artists, just anyone involved in nightlife, owners, club managers, club bookers, you name it. If you're part of nightlife, it's a good event to go to. But yeah, the Scam Artist team been awesome. Working with Sujit has been incredible. Nobody hustles harder than that guy. So.
Yeah, I noticed. What has opened more doors for you? Scam Artists or TikTok?
What was that?
What's opened more doors for you lately? Scam Artists or TikTok?
I feel like both. They kind of go hand in hand. So, yeah, I mean, they kind of work together. So, like my popularity on some of the social media apps have helped me get bookings, and vice versa. Like Sujit's put me in some really good positions to win outside of social media, and sometimes those things intertwine. But yeah, they both have helped my career tremendously. They've been an incredible blessing to me. So I couldn't pick one.
I get you. So let's touch a little personal life, if you want to. You don't have to. How do you manage your personal life, traveling, DJing? Let's say whether you have a girlfriend or your family.
Yeah.
How does that work for you when you're traveling so much, or you're going to other, not just other states, you're going to other countries, you're going to the whole other side of the world for some gigs. How does that work for you?
Well, I don't travel that much. So for me, it's not out of control. I'm not on the level of some of these guys that are on a plane like every day or every week. Some months are a little bit more chill, and then there are some periods where it is pretty hectic. But finding that balance, I mean, it can be tough, but man, you just have to. Man, there's a lot of things. Limit the alcohol, limit the partying. Which
tough, huh?
Yeah, it could be tough. But absolutely, if you're getting trashed every night, it's gonna make things 10 times harder.
How did you manage to balance that, the alcohol, especially in clubs like in Vegas, where it's everywhere?
Yeah. How do I manage that? Well, I don't have a problem saying no, or just maybe having one drink, or just. And that's not to say some nights do get a little out of hand. I do have some fun from time to time, but you just have to be real with yourself that you
say no.
Yeah, you can't.
It's never hit you where you're like, shoot, I want to network with these people and they want to drink with me, and this is kind of like the way we connect, or they might see you as a boring DJ because you don't want to take a shot with them. And blah,
Yeah,
blah.
that's definitely something that crosses your mind sometimes. And in those situations, I probably will maybe have a shot with them, but it doesn't have to get out of control. But yeah, I mean, I try to work out regularly. So having fitness goals, I'm not in the best shape right now, but we're getting there. We'll be there by summer. But but yeah, I mean, your workouts, you go to the gym a day after drinking or partying. Yeah, it's painful. So just having goals outside of the nightclubs, working out regularly. How else do I keep balance? I don't know. On my off days, I'm not going out to party or drink, or I'm not. You're not gonna find me at a bar just like on an off weekend. If I'm off on a weekend, I'm getting my sleep, going to work out, try to go to church, spend time with family. And then when I am busy, obviously some of those things are harder to do. But yeah, I mean, and then having a relationship can be challenging as well. But I was able to do it for a long time. Single now, so there's more free time on my hands. But it's definitely manageable as long as you have a partner that understands what you're doing, supportive, someone that is not gonna, I don't know, someone that's secure and yeah, I mean, it's totally possible to balance everything.
Yeah, for sure. How would you say you balance your focus and that open mentality? Let's say you have a long weekend, gigs, especially going out of town, come back home and you gotta record content.
Yeah, it can be challenging, that's for sure. Especially being 6 years in. At times you're like, I don't even know what I'm gonna record this week. But your question was,
how do you balance that? Like, you're still locked in, you're still creating that content. Even after that long weekend, the trips, maybe the drinking.
Yeah.
Because it happens to me, bro. I'll have weekends where I have 3 gigs. And I mean, I do drink, I'm not gonna lie,
Right.
But obviously I'm trying to balance now, getting too drunk, because as you get older, drinking, alcohol drains your energy. And you want to be fully energized, fully locked in for the studio, for example, or, recording. And there's times where I'm like, shoot, like my mind is blank.
Yeah.
And I gotta wait like to the next day or something. And then I have other days where I have a busy weekend and I'm like, boom, creative, getting it done.
Yeah.
But I haven't been able to find that balance, like to where I could fully focus no matter what the situation is. And I'm pretty sure some other people might feel like that, DJs.
It's definitely challenging. For me, what kind of gets me through those moments is, I think for me, I'm a little competitive. And over the past few years, definitely a lot of people have entered the space or have started posting content. So, I mean, part of what drives me is, if I take a day off or I am not feeling as motivated and I open up my phone and I see all these other DJs posting content, I'm like, I can't get behind, or I can't lose my spot of, the audience I built. Part of it is a competitive thing where I'm like, I have to get my videos out this week no matter what. And the other part, I would say, is just not taking for granted the position I'm in and the situation I've kind of built out for myself. It's like it wasn't that long ago where the whole DJ thing wasn't as poppin' for me, I guess you could say. And even before that, it wasn't long ago where I wasn't sure what I was gonna do career-wise. So to be as blessed and fortunate as I am to be in this spot, it's like, don't take it for granted, you know? And I try to remind myself of those moments when I'm unmotivated or things get a little stale. I'm like, I'm very blessed to be in this position, and I feel like God gave me a very like the biggest blessing in the world, and I don't want to blow that opportunity or just let it slide.
Yeah.
So a lot of those things cross my mind when I'm feeling unmotivated or not too excited to make
Get to it.
content. It's like
Yeah. What's an advice you would give someone that just started DJing?
advice for someone that started DJing. Man, a lot of things. I would say invest in your own equipment. When I first started DJing, my cousin right there, he had turntables.
Okay.
And I used to always go to his house and play on his records. He had vinyl records. And for like a year or 2 years, every time I went to his house, I would, just start mixing and just messing around and trying to get better. But I never got better until I actually had my own equipment. And nowadays, equipment's very accessible, affordable. There's controllers, there's all kinds of everything. There's something, even if you're not sure you want to DJ, like you can find a piece of equipment that's not that expensive. But bottom line is you have to get your own practice. Be passionate about the craft of DJing and not just like not just having goals of, I don't know, being in the club or trying to get girls or like trying to party. Like
Do it for the right reasons.
yeah, do it for the right reasons. I would say also you want to, take those steps, like whatever your goal may be. Let's say you want to DJ at a nightclub. Take the smaller steps before you get there. As far as like go DJ like a family party, a backyard party, and kind of work your way to getting into a club versus just like trying to jump straight in. Because in those gigs, those events that you DJ, those backyard parties, those birthday parties, those family events, like things are going to go wrong, and you have to understand how to navigate through technical issues.
Build that experience.
Yeah, you got to build that experience, dealing with a crowd, dealing with clearing a dance floor, dealing with drunk people, dealing with all kinds of things that are going to go wrong. You want to kind of figure out how to handle those things before you put yourself in a situation like a nightclub or whatever it is that you're aiming to do.
Has that ever happened to you? Say in Vegas, any stories, any accidents?
In Vegas, no horror stories. I can't think of any. I mean, I think we've all dealt with like music going out at some point. But no, nothing super traumatic, nothing that I could think of. But yeah.
How prepared are your sets to avoid issues like that? Let's say you plan your first 30 minutes for a Vegas nightclub. The crowd is fully different that night compared to the other nights.
Yeah.
Are you just switching it up? You're sticking to what you already planned?
Definitely got to switch it up. So, especially as an open format DJ, you never truly know exactly what you're walking into. Could be more of a hip hop crowd, could be more of a house crowd, could be more older crowd, younger crowd. So yeah, you always got to be on your toes, ready to kind of switch things up. I don't pre-plan my sets that much. Like you were saying, like 30 minutes of like, I don't think I'll have like 30 minutes of anything, but I'll have like a general, like a crate or something I'll put together.
Like an emergency crate.
Yeah, but I'll definitely see what the crowd is kind of vibing to and kind of lean into that as the night progresses. But yeah.
So for someone who wants to get a gig in Vegas, for example, obviously most big clubs in Vegas are all EDM or most EDM. What do you say? Let's say you're starting as a DJ, stick to EDM if that's what you want, or would open format still work for rooms like that?
That's a good question. I am by no means a Vegas expert. So, I mean, I DJ a lot of open format clubs out there or nights, open format nights. So if you're open format DJ, I think there's room for you in Vegas. If you're a house DJ, obviously, some of the biggest artists play out there. But I think regardless of what genre you're in, there's definitely opportunity in Vegas. Now, as far as getting booked in Vegas, that's tricky. That was something that I kind of worked on for a while before the pandemic. But I mean, it's kind of like anywhere else. The way you get booked here or LA or in Vegas, a lot, I think, in my opinion, has to do with like one of two things. It's like one, like the networking and being a part of the circle of people that,
To stop you on that one, the networking.
Yeah.
Nowadays with social media, what do you say? It's easier to just do it on social media, or you're still pulling up to the club, trying to get to know the DJs, the managers, the promoters?
Yeah, no, you have to build in-person connections. The social media thing, it'll help, but a combination of both. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of this industry, this business, regardless of what market you're in, is a lot of who you know. A lot of relationships. And the second thing I would say is bringing value to the clubs. Like, at the end of the day, regardless of what market you're in, you got to bring something to the table. There has to be a reason why they want to book you or reach out to you or have you. And you got to build yourself up as a DJ or producer and create that value to the point where they're seeking you, they're trying to reach out to you versus you're trying to reach out to them and say, hey, like, I want a DJ there. Like, so for me, that's kind of the approach I've really tried to maintain my whole career, is like, how do I bring value to myself, increase my worth as a DJ to the point where different markets, different clubs will be the ones reaching out to me versus vice versa. Because I know some people that take the other approach where they like to harass the bookers at the clubs and the owners and the managers, and that's fine if that's the approach you want to take. But for me, I've always found it,
Put in the work and it'll come to you.
yeah, if you really want longevity in this game, I feel like you have to really increase your value as much as you can, and those clubs will come looking for you. So
Yeah. Precise, thank you for coming on in the mix and sharing your experience with us. We're looking forward to seeing everything you build next, and I'm honestly really happy to watch you grow.
Thank you, brother. Same with you.
Like I said, you always been so humble and amazing friend. So thank you so much.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And no, super proud of you doing the podcast. All you DJs listening, I think that's one really dope thing about you, is that you're never scared to try something new, whether it be the podcast, whether it be the music production, the DJing, the content. That's one thing that I think DJs need to, or just anyone in general, but you have to step out of your comfort zone. And you can't be afraid to fail. You can't be afraid of what other people think. And that's one thing that you do very well, is that you're open to try new things, like this podcast, for example. Yeah, I think that's...
Remember the DJ's cool with it?
Yeah.
For the ones who don't know, it started DJ School a couple years ago.
Yeah, the DJ School.
And Precise was the guest. We actually did an interview also, right? It was like a networking event. It was fun. I'm still going to bring it back. Right now I'm focused on production.
Yeah.
But I still want to do that DJ School.
Yeah.
And I think it's
but
a way of giving back. It's the same for the podcast. It's,
right.
I want to share my experience, your experience with others, and help others as much as we can.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, keep it up, bro. That's definitely a very important trait to have as a DJ. Is man, don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You only live once, man. Who cares what other people think? Let me tell you something. People are very mean in my comments, bro. I don't even read my comments, but you know what?
How do you manage that? Are you actually?
Everyone gets hateful comments. When you get to a certain point,
were you reading all the comments or?
Yeah, in the beginning, I was probably a little bit more responsive. Now I just post it. I never look back. I'm like, whatever happens, happens. But
Yeah, people could be mean for sure.
but bro, it's gonna happen. I mean, once you build a certain, audience, you're always gonna have haters. You're always gonna have people wish they were doing what you were doing, or just love to hate on the internet. So I mean, at the end of the day, you have to have thick skin. And yeah, man, that's
Yes, sir. Again, Precise, thank you for sharing everything with us.
absolutely.
This was In the Mix, and you're already in it.
Lego.